to the Unknown podcast. This is actually take 2 because some people don't know how to keep their traps shut. Anyways, the music you just heard was from my good buddy Rob's band, Central Disorder. Shout out to the guys for letting us use their music. Badass fucking band. Check them out.
I'm Brandon. I'm going to be the creepy one of the group.
I'm Bill. I'm probably the loudest one and talk too much.
I'm Joe, the brother of this guy that's probably going to be quiet. I don't talk about much.
I'm Buddha. Want to rub my belly?
We all like it.
His belly is smooth. Alright. First subject of today. I gotta get it out of the way. The Pokemon Go. Obviously, badass game.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, definitely shout out to Pokemon Go. They did right on that game.
We all play it.
Yep.
Probably too much. But today we're talking about the fact of idiots playing the game. It's bad when the game's got to put stuff now in it that says, do not drive while playing. Do not trespass while playing.
Do not go into dangerous areas while playing.
And it's only been out 2 weeks.
Yeah. The worst part is this, though. Everyone's on the news blaming the game. No. If you're an idiot and you walk in the middle of the street playing the game, you deserve to get hit by a car.
Yeah,
Yes.
or if you're going to fall off a fucking cliff because you're not paying attention.
Like, this is what I'm saying. The game is just now weeding out the dumb people.
Yes. It's a badass game, but be smart when you play it. Or if your 6-year-old's in the fucking street playing, maybe you should watch your kid better. You know, a 6-year-old should be in the goddamn
When we
fucking
first started the
street.
game up, he walked into some guy. I didn't warn him that there was a guy walking down the street because I'm aware of my surroundings. It's like, oh, like, sorry.
I
Like,
space out a lot. It
Back
happens.
to the kid in the middle of the street. The parents shouldn't be playing the game nearly as much as they are and keeping an eye on their fucking kids.
Well, the parents should be playing the game. The kid that doesn't know what a
Just
Squirtle
not as
is.
much. Not as
They
much.
should
Kids
take
that
their
don't know
eyes
what
off and
Squirtle
pay
is.
attention to
Yes,
the kid
yes,
is what
yes.
he's trying to
Yes.
say. Gotta love stupid
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
But there's some
Survival
pros
of
to
the
the
fittest.
game, though. Like, how many of, I mean, anyone that's going to watch this and plays the game knows you're going out and walking more. Getting
I've
exercise.
already
yeah.
lost 5 pounds.
And he's proud of being overweight.
Yeah, tell me about it. Thank you.
Is there? Never mind. I won't say it. Right, best unsaid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 2 is, I mean, we all dreamed as kids to grow up and be a Pokemon trainer. Let our parents at 10 years, when we're 10 years old, have our parents say, "Hey, go out in the wild and go catch Pokemon."
yeah.
Oh, I would
Who
love it.
never dreamed of that?
And now you get to go do it.
Yes, it's through a phone, but
And
it's
I'm
still
30 years
awesome.
old, but
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, other than that, I know a lot of people playing the game, and, well, smart people. A couple of them are dead, but
And they're smart?
but most of the people playing this game now are between 20 and like 40 now. There's no one really that's like 16, 15.
I think I
really
ran
doing
into
anything.
5 kids that were under the age of 16. That's
There are-
it. Like 5 kids.
There are some out there, but there is
Most-
a lot of adults.
Most of the people are our generation that
It
grew
really is.
up watching fucking Pokemon as a
They
kid.
wanted to do this, and
And now
They-
there's finally a
they gave it to
game
us.
that did it.
Yep.
they gave it to us.
Shout out to fucking Niantic.
Yeah, Niantic's did good on the game.
Definitely.
Give them credit.
Yeah, they're finally now fixing the server issues, which is awesome because we're being able to play it more
Like I
than
said, the game came out.
50% of the time. Now it's more like 90%.
Well, you got to think. The game first came out. What
Yeah.
game did not have server issues?
Yeah.
Especially a phone like style game like that. You're
Oh,
thinking huge MMOs, won't name names, started off with terrible servers. Terrible. And now they're some of the biggest MMOs in the world.
Yeah, there's still games up coming out on console that still has problems with the servers.
So for a phone to come out with such a huge game and be putting it in multiple areas, trying to get it worldwide, it's amazing. And it's only a core aspect of the game. You're
Yeah.
still going to have Gen 2, eventually Gen 3, 4, 5, trading, hopefully trainer battles, all sorts of...
Oh, yeah.
Man, and thinking about the servers, it was what, a week, and the servers were already like great.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
once you had hackers...
There's a handful of people that here and there will have bad servers after a week. Now,
Nothing. I don't think I've ever been kicked off except like once in the last week.
only problem I've had lately
And
is the
then-
no GPS thing. That's it.
Now, I'm thinking, onto another subject. Unfortunately,
Can't spend all our time on Pokemon.
only thing I hate bringing up politics, because I don't believe in the government. Because let's just put it this way: there's powers that be that control our government, and that's as far as we're going to go on that. But it's messed up when politicians, I won't even say names, that are running for president can commit felony crimes.
Yep.
Yes.
And they're still in the running to be a president.
Nothing's happening.
I go commit a felony crime, guess what? I'm going to jail.
Yep.
Well,
No
that's
running for
because you're
president
not
for you.
rich.
That is true. I'm far from rich.
Fine.
I look like a pile of shit
Yeah.
right now because I'm a dirtbag.
Yeah, you either need to be a politician or rich, and then laws don't really apply to you.
Basically.
Pretty much. And it doesn't even matter who gets elected. The powers to be are going to control in the background what goes on. Everyone wants to say this president did this wrong, this president did that wrong. Try running a fucking country with someone telling you how to run it. That's like the people that sit on their ass go, oh, you go to the gym? Well, you should be benching this much. Oh, really, mister? I sit on my ass all fucking day. You go do it. It's just little stupid shit.
I see people all the time at the gym I go to. Just on a bike. They have coffee there, so.
Or you get
And
the,
then after you're done with a cup of coffee,
or you get the, oh wait, never mind. I was going to say you get the gyms, but I won't say the name, but you get, they don't call themselves a gym. They're a place to be healthy, but let's serve pizza, bagels to people that are trying to get in shape, but we don't judge. So,
like mine will have smoothies and stuff, but yeah, they're not
That's
serving
healthy.
pizza.
You
Yeah,
want a donut while you're running on the treadmill?
Oh, yeah.
yeah I like to
You
do
like
sit-ups
donuts?
and take a bite of the donut like every time. It evens it out. I don't gain a pound.
Yeah, I can't tell.
You're asking me if I like donuts.
I cannot tell.
Are you an idiot? Of course I fucking like donuts!
He wears them as rings.
It's not my fault my
And it's
fingers are
Sasha's
bigger
fingers.
than yours.
Your smallest ring is bigger than my thumb.
Not my fault.
Sausage fingers.
I can still use them. I can grab things.
It looks like a twig in his ring.
Yeah.
Uh,
But since I gave him a shout out in the beginning of this, I know you listen to some essential disorder. I'll let you listen to it here and there. I mean, they're what metal should be right now.
Yes.
Metal has taken somewhat of a step back from the 90s that we grew up in with major fucking bands that were just unbelievable. And you're getting that back in a band like Central fucking Disorder.
Yes. Agreed.
They just have that sound, that energy that a band should fucking have. I'm not saying bands nowadays suck, because there are some good bands that come out.
Some.
Some. But a lot of bands now just worry about whining about their parents still. I thought we're past that stage.
No, you can do that till you're about 45. And you're good.
Oh, it's 45 now. Oh, okay.
Really?
Also, I got like 16 years till I can bitch if I want to.
Yeah. You're good.
But it's just, yeah. So, once again, thanks to Central Disorder for allowing us to use their music. Probably eventually, hopefully, add some more into the podcast when they
Yeah,
come up with new
which
material.
is an outcast. If anyone's got any music or a band that they want and they want us to actually play some of their music, we'll review it and
Yes.
possibly put it
Lo- we want local bands.
Yeah.
We don't want just, would it be cool to play like a band like fucking Pantera because they're the godliest band in the world? Yes. But we want to help local bands.
Yeah. No
If
one
this
like.
podcast keeps going, which we're going to try and keep going with and get, whatever. Not looking for anything special, just have fun with it, like we are now.
Nah.
Talk like our normal damn conversations, but they're getting recorded, so we look more like idiots to other people, not just
Yeah.
ourselves.
Can't keep it in the group forever.
The courts are going to look at this and they're going to have a court order saying you cannot be friends with anyone else.
So next time we might be doing this from an asylum. Depending on who looks at this.
Hopefully.
But on other news, most of our podcasts, we're going to try and maybe do this bi-weekly because of the way your fucking work schedule.
That's not how
But-
it works.
If we can do weekly, sometimes we will, depending on what's going on with our lives. We might even add and upload, maybe do some solo segments. If someone's got something to say, they can do a solo segment. You'll each will get, I'll give you emails and shit for this. I'm also going to post an email at the bottom of this when we post it. So if anyone has any suggestions of topics, they can email us and we'll research them and give our opinion on it. If actually people want to hear our opinion, probably not, but I don't even want my damn opinion half the time. But on another note, eventually my segment will be from across the states. Because my ass is moving to Florida.
Comes up with the idea for a podcast. He get us all involved. Now he's moving to another state.
I'm going to motherfucking Florida.
What the fuck, man?
I'm
What's
getting
wrong
out
with
of
Illinois?
bipolar ass weather. That's what's
But
wrong with
besides
Illinois.
that shit.
You experience all 4 fucking seasons in a fucking week.
A
True.
week, a day. Have you ever seen those days where
I
it's
was
raining
being
over here,
generous.
it's raining over here, snowing over here, and you're standing in the middle in the sun? You're like,
With little leaves falling down.
I was being generous.
but yeah. And another good reason I'm going to Florida, I'm getting away from you.
Hey, you're going to miss
You will.
Not you two, but no, I'll miss
Hey.
you and your little island up here.
Shout out to that line.
You know how many people have been shipwrecked there?
Wait. It kind of looks familiar.
Is it the Bermuda Triangle?
I think so.
We found the Bermuda Triangle.
It's on this
Man,
fucking
we're making
sport.
a lot of accomplishments in this
We'll never get
first
stuck in
segment.
Anyone got like, any subjects? Like, really? Besides our rainbow thing that we're doing?
I fucking hate stupid people.
Well, we kind of got that.
Yeah.
Can you do like a specific,
Right.
without
Okay.
saying specific names? Because, yeah.
A scientific study that was conducted proved that, and I'm not joking here, gluten in meth is hazardous to your health.
Wouldn't meth be hazardous to your health besides the weight you lose? But yeah, let's worry about the gluten in meth.
Yeah.
Not the meth itself that's on the streets going to our kids.
No, it's the gluten. It's all the gluten.
So
If someone has an allergic reaction, they have to go to the hospital, and they're going to be a week without meth.
So now, so basically what that's, to me, what that study shows is get rid of gluten and meth is okay to do.
Yeah, that's basically what it's coming down to.
That's also like these gun control laws. Let's control the sale of guns so people can never get them. How do you think people get them on the fucking street?
They're
Yeah.
illegal.
People are getting guns nowadays. And it's not the gun killing people. It's the person working the gun. Guns cannot just float up and kill someone.
Back when I was in high school,
What's
just
a ghost
walking
movie?
around here,
I'm talking
someone
about that.
offered me to sell me guns. Like, they were like $80 for like a 6-shooter. Like, you don't even
That's a
have
steal. You should have jumped on
Did you
that.
buy it?
to. I didn't have $80.
Would you have bought it?
I might have. But then again, I'm sitting there, I'm thinking like, if I do buy it, I know that it's stolen.
And maybe use it.
And then I'm sitting there like, how badly do I want to be raped?
We're keeping race out of this. I'm not portraying shit like the media does, where they gotta say a certain color shot this color, because that just adds to it. They can't just say a person was shot today. No, it's gotta be this color or that color shot this color shot that color. No, fuck that shit. There's too much
Person
tension now.
shooting
Yes.
a person.
You got cops shooting people that are unarmed, which you got some bad seeds. You got bad seeds wherever you go. Regular people or cop or you got stupid people working there that are, idiots. But you're gonna have cops shooting unarmed. I know. Then you got people shooting cops for no reason. The 4 fucking ones shot in Dallas by the sniper. I think 5 died. Or no, like I forgot how many were shot.
5 cops were killed.
Killed.
7 shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something around that.
That's insane.
And
Yeah.
then,
What?
then they had the freaking thing where they were like, why you killed the guy that shot these cops? Like, they were trying to
No,
defend the
they
guy
weren't
that-
mad that they shot the guy that killed the cops. They're mad at the technique they used because they sent in a badass fucking little robot that blasted his fucking ass up. Guess what? Motherfucker deserved it. You want to be dumb and shoot a fucking cop? A guy that lays down their life for other people?
I just think this is going to be bad. These protesters and all this stuff are going to be like, oh, cops always going after the cops. But then one of these days they're going to be like, someone robbed my house, so I'm going to call the cops. And they're going to be looking at, no, we're good.
Yeah. You gotta think.
You don't like us. You're opposed to us.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
It's
But
gonna
who's the
say-
first person you call?
Yeah,
Exactly.
There's too many situations nowadays that, like, people shooting cops, they're putting the cops on edge. That makes some of them are smart, but they're on edge working in those bad cities that causing them a simple movement of a stupid
Yeah.
person going to put them on edge to shoot.
Hey,
Yeah.
if I'm a cop and if I see someone move the wrong fucking way,
You're getting
I would
shot.
probably shoot them too because
You never know.
it's their life versus me going back home to my kid.
Yep.
Guess what? I'm going back home to my fucking kid.
Yes.
You want to be dumb if I tell you freeze and you charge me or reach down like you got something. I don't care if it's your phone in your fucking pocket. Guess what? If I'm a cop, I'm shooting your ass.
Yes.
And we do not need the freaking media throwing high school pictures of them dressed up, looking innocent.
Let's make them look innocent. What about the 15 pictures they posted on
Holding a
fucking
gun,
social
looking like
media, holding guns and
Pants
money?
down low. I'm not saying any race, but they look like they're ready to do some crime.
It's just, society is taking a turn for the worse.
We are not bringing specific skin colors into
No,
this
we're not.
conversation.
No, because it's all
But-
like skin color.
I was at an amusement park, won't name which one I was at, and I overhear a conversation about these group of kids about what kind of guns they have under the mattresses in their rooms.
What age are these kids?
My guess, not even 15.
You're 15, you don't need a fucking
Yeah.
gun.
No.
Exactly.
If your parents buy you that gun, your parents deserve to go to fucking
Your parents
jail.
have the guns locked away so that if they want to take you shooting, that's acceptable. But the kids shouldn't own their own gun at that age.
And like you said, not bringing color, because it's all colors. Everyone's being a fucking moron.
Yeah,
It's not
it's not
just
just-
one race, it's all races being fucking morons.
Yep.
Society has literally gone to shit. Martial law is on its fucking way.
And that's sad to say.
And you know what?
And I'm usually against it, but at this point, martial law
Right,
might be the smartest
Yeah.
fucking
Say
thing.
this.
I just have to worry about the government killing me, not the government and 10,000 other fucking random people.
Well, as long as you go with what they say, you'll
I'm terrible at that.
Yeah.
Have you forgotten who
go
you're talking
against your natural instincts.
to? You remember who you're talking
gone.
to.
But
As long
Me,
as he,
gone.
as long as he goes against his natural instincts to oppose authority, he will be okay.
Yeah, he's
and
dead.
it's not really opposing authority.
I'm talking about
I
with
just
martial
don't like
law.
following stupid fucking rules.
Well, I understand that. I'm
I
just
can
saying.
understand certain rules. Obviously, you need rules to run a fucking society. But,
Yeah.
anyways, before we get going on, we're gonna change subject.
Okay. I have a friend who wants to get an island. He wants to raise.
We got one for sale.
Well, yeah. Okay, I understand that. I'm
Okay.
not talking about the Bermuda Triangle.
By the way, this is for rent. Like,
He wants to breed lions and tigers.
Oh my.
No bears. He wants to get it to the point where they are so used to humans, you can go up and touch them, pet them, whatever.
Fucking tiger, I'm not going
He
10
wants
feet.
to do this. I looked at him and said, "You're gonna fucking die.
Yeah. No matter how much you train them,
They're a
You're
tiger.
gonna fucking die."
Exactly. I don't care how well, like Joseph said, you train it. It's a tiger. You know what its instinct is? Kill and eat.
Yeah.
you just
There's
go the
a
wrong way.
reason tigers are known as man-eaters.
And the
It's
day
gonna be
we-
this. Oh, nice little kitty.
Roar.
Bitch, I'm a tiger. And you're dead.
And then we're going to have the kid that the parents weren't paying attention to that gets the tiger killed.
don't worry. By the time he
Oh,
gets out of
I
island again,
don't
he's
wanna
gonna be
get
gone in
started
like a
on
few
this.
weeks.
But yeah, you're gonna have then when the person gets killed, you're gonna have someone like, no, The tiger shouldn't have been. It's a fucking tiger. The person should have been around it.
Yeah.
It's people want something to blame.
Yes.
People
They
are
can't
always
blame
looking.
themselves, they need to blame others.
People are looking.
If I go poke a fucking snake and get bit, you don't blame the snake.
No,
you
you're
blame my
dumbass.
dumbass for getting.
Bad snake.
Your dumbass deserve it.
I'm gonna poke it with the stick.
Oh.
It's angry. I'm fucking bit.
I always like the people who like say they're so strong about everything because they'll slip an ice in like their front yard and they'll complain that they hurt themselves in their front yard because there was ice there.
Yeah, and
Who are you gonna sue, yourself? You're gonna pay your own
I'm
documents?
too
Like,
poor to. I'm so poor I can't even afford to sue myself.
I can't afford the lawyer to get there.
I just need to. I feel I need to go on the record with this. Being bit by a rattlesnake fucking sucks.
You would know with your days in Arizona. And
I don't even remember the 4 days after being bit.
I was there.
I got nothing.
Really? This
don't know
was,
that.
This was before I even fucking met you.
Stalker.
That's how we got you.
You goddamn time traveler.
Oh, we're deleting this.
Too many secrets.
You just revealed here. No, anyway. But
This is where our group is like.
This
And
is
then
actually
we decided
toned down.
to videotape
This-
this for your
This
pleasure.
really toned down.
Your pleasure.
you're trying to pleasure our viewers now. Are you putting your? So he's got an island for sale.
And you want to pleasure the viewers.
So
You know what? I'm gonna actually
That's
put this up. If you can send emails or send us stuff like small advertising, I will actually put it on my forehead to advertise it on these podcasts.
hey, if someone wants to get their product out, why not?
Yeah.
I'll sell my soul for cheap advertisement.
What soul?
And we're not even in this for profit. We're just doing this for fun.
Okay, I will sell my shallow core of a body for advertisement in the sense that I'm willing to
Okay, now.
cheaply. I'm one of those people that will go up and we won't use specific brand names, but like, buy this. It's great. And then behind cameras, like, this thing fucking sucks. But hey, I got paid. I will
Okay.
gladly do that because
Okay.
I'm broke as fuck.
Good thing you went a little bit more elaborate because in the beginning you made yourself sound like a hooker.
I'm not the one talking about pleasuring our fans if we get fans. That's probably gonna where all our likes are gonna be our pedophiles thinking it looks like a young boy.
I am not young. I am 24, about to be 25.
You're a youngin.
To you, maybe, you fucking 30-year-old.
Shut the
Ooh,
fuck up,
so
stupid.
insulting. I mean, I got grades, but can you see me?
Many grades.
You can't see him on camera, so it's okay.
So you can
Bradley,
see the fucking island though.
yeah, the island's clear as day.
He's just using Final Flash.
Wait.
It's solar
Soul
flare.
Is it really an island? It looks more like a peninsula.
Are we gonna get specific on his head?
Yeah, because the
think we're
hairs,
I think we're going
it's
down
still
that rabbit hole.
connected. Like, it's still,
Okay.
it's still connected right here.
This is the next 30 minutes of our freaking podcast.
You could almost call it Italy. It's got like a.
It does
Okay.
look like a boot.
Put in our
shape to it.
comments what you think his forehead looks like. Give him a good showing of your forehead. Best comment we'll mention in our next video. We'll give you a shout out.
Did you just make it look like I was doing that now?
To
Yes.
yourself.
A little bit.
You would do it if you could. Hang on, we're getting the subject out the way.
I am pleading the fifth.
Any guy, if they could do it, tell me you would not do it.
It would be like a really great masturbation.
You gotta think though, why not?
Are we really talking about this on YouTube?
Yeah.
You gotta try it once. Once is anytime more than once, then it's just a little weird.
Depends on how well you like it. I mean.
Hey, if that's your thing, that's your
and
thing.
you're,
but-
if you're a hermit, I mean, a lot of free time. I guess it'd be called more
Why is he
downtime.
You just keep talking about your own life here, aren't you?
No,
since-
actually works.
Since you made the bad choice of sitting by the water, I need a refill. I'll just laugh to make me more corpse. No. Anyway. But
Is it
It
just the
still
laughing?
hurts.
we're not going there. Anyways, but what was it? There was a subject I wanted to breach today, but we got off track,
And now you forgot.
That's our group.
and now I did forget. Yeah,
It
that
really
is
is
our
our
group,
group.
but I don't know any fucking subject, if any, or even like a random shit. Me and this motherfucker, we're going story time.
Uh-oh.
You guys have heard this, but I'm telling it because it's fucking hilarious. 16 years old, driving in my fucking car that my parents bought. I'm 80s. You did sit in the wrong spot.
It really did.
But
Next
anyway,
week I'll be somewhere else.
I'm 87 Nissan Stanza. We're driving down this street, and there's a giant curve when you get towards the end of the well, not the end, the middle of the street. There was this tree. I always knew when I reached that tree I had to slow the fuck down because I drove like a goddamn asshole. I decided to take a shitty car that could probably barely do 60 miles per hour and do 0 to 60 in, what was it, like 30 seconds? But anyways,
You made it.
well, so we get up to speed. We're driving down this road, and I realized about 5 seconds too late, like, oh, there's the tree I was supposed to slow down at. So I'm going 60. I'm supposed to only go around this curve probably, well, speed limit's 25. I usually at least got down to 35 before I went around it. I got down to about 45 going around this corner. And it's a sharp fucking curve.
It really is.
I know where you're talking about.
My car was on 2 fucking wheels. Literally, I could stick my tongue out the window and lick the ground. So, my dumb ass, not knowing how to really control a car at that point, besides normal driving, decides maybe if I slam on the brake and whip the wheel the other way will be a good idea. Well, you were there. How'd that turn out?
You know we're alive.
But
Unfortunately.
So not all
my
bad.
car went from this to this. Now he's facing the ground
Oh yeah.
to popping back down on all fours, spinning 3 times, 4 times. We spun.
Yeah, we did spin. I don't remember. How to
But
spin.
here's the miracle. We never rolled. We spun. We popped up on 2 wheels on both sides. Got to do both. You can't just go for one. And land in the middle of a mailbox and a tree. Move your hand. Without hitting either.
That is impressive.
Yeah.
I don't know how we did it. Can't forget the old couple in the, what was it, like a,
They were driving a really
like Lexus
good
or
Lexus, like-
BMW.
this car would have just tore through his car. Like it would have just shredded it. They would have not even had to stop. They would
It
have had
would've been
a
like a
couple
speed
scratches. Yeah. But they stopped.
And we're just
Probably because there was some random car spinning down the road.
Aw.
They just kind of like stopped and were like,
what do we do?
and then as we got there, we kind of drove at them and they were just like,
They had this look of
Shit.
what the hell is that? And to this day, I honestly believe we should have died.
yeah, I mean, I was just brushing off burnt rubber after we stopped, like off my arm.
But yeah, me and you should not be here today. Somehow,
Now, we don't want to forget. Okay.
yeah, certain aspects will be left out. Anyways, but we end the trip back at where we're heading, alive, of course, because we're talking right now. How we're alive, I don't fucking know. We should have died that day. We're alive. Anyone got funny stories? Anyone? Because it's story time. We got maybe about a good 15 minutes left if we decide to reach the 45-minute mark.
Shoot, I'm drawing a blank. I mean, unless we're gonna do a Dungeons & Dragons story.
Oh, where we were the only ones coming up with shit.
I came up with
Okay,
2 stories.
2 stories that when I came up with 4, you came up with one on the top of your fucking head because no one had a story. Mark, how many stories did you do? Exactly. And why do we not play anymore? Because me and you got tired of it.
Dude, I
You didn't
actually,
help.
I would
I
actually
came up
set
with 2
up.
stories.
Okay.
I
but
would.
We
5
started
days
an
of the
argument.
week.
But no, like me, I would set up like 4 stories because I knew that next week I might have to do another story because no one else.
You
had
gotta give me
anything.
credit though. Even the days I didn't have a story, I did those fucking trials and weird, like, no one thought. Like, yours was just a basic Odyssey. The first one, we just wanted to get through the game,
Yeah.
learn it. And then that second one, I had that cool idea to throw in, like, trials, questions, riddles. And then you took my aspect and actually did, like, with the idea of it, you used it a little bit, did your own thing. And
I added traps.
you did it, Travis. This motherfucker stopped you. I gotta bring this up.
I remember that one.
Marco's, can I shove the vial of poison down the thing's throat?
No one thought about this.
And Ronnie
option.
goes, yes, you have to roll, what was it? You said 2 20-sided die. You were gonna do it at fucking 30.
I think 30. I was gonna.
He
do it.
rolled 2 fucking 20s.
Yep.
2 motherfucking
You took
20s.
that vial and shoved it down in the guy's
I think it
throat.
broke and the creature bled
Yeah.
to death and choked on a vial
Yeah.
of poison. But it's just the randomness of our games. It's like our randomness of conversations.
Yeah, another one we were playing is my character, and he wanted a trophy from every freaking creature apparently. So
Skulls,
my
teeth,
job was
eyes.
he wanted the spine of the creature. He was the DM, and he told me like, fine, roll what? 2 20s, and you were gonna make it high, like basically.
It was going to be a 45, like 40 or 45. Or no,
And-
2 20s. It was going to be
220s.
35.
And I rolled 40, 2 20s. And you're just like, okay.
You know, you did it.
And I gave
Yeah,
him the
took that
spine. He had the
fucking
spine as a trophy.
Well, yeah, that was the randomness of our shit. Or no one liked playing Magic with us because we didn't like ending games in like 3 seconds.
Oh,
Yeah.
we
All
went
our
on for
games were-
hours.
We had what? Me and you're fucking indestructible versus my elves went on for how long?
Well, you couldn't kill me.
And this
Because
was
I was
before you
stuck.
had the countdown card where you
Yeah.
automatically won. This was just, I couldn't do shit. I had like 4,000 elves. So
What
you
was this before my time?
yes, this was when
Okay.
Stevie was still hanging out with us. And then this is before Stevie pawned you
Okay.
off on us and bailed.
Fuck them.
But literally, I had like 4,000 life, 4,000 elves, and all my damage went to his creature, and his creature is indestructible. I had no, like, I didn't have any, like, negative counters that time. It was an elf deck. I didn't plan to go against a fucking indestructible deck. We basically, at the end, just said, we're done. This game is done. And I think it was Stevie was like, oh, well, because Stevie was somehow, we didn't kill him yet. We're letting him suffer very low. Was like, well, you guys keep playing. It's fine. Like, no, we're going to be here for a while. Like, this has to end. No, keep playing. We're like, all right. Finally, after 20 minutes, he goes, can you guys stop? I do want to get into the next game. We're like, oh, you want next game? Okay, we killed him, and then we called it a draw.
Oh yeah, we're dicks.
Which, speaking of our group, we've always had something that's kind of funny. If 2 of us do it, the rest got to do it.
Yes.
That's why we're doing the podcast.
Yeah, me and Brandon decided to do it. Our group originally consisted of me and you to start it, and then we started bringing others into it. We had our buddy Stevie. We went through a lot of Stevies. 2 Stevies.
Yeah.
Because we had another Stevie that was part of it.
Stevies don't like you.
It's
They always leave.
one kind of, we won't get on the subject, but yeah, in a sense. We had Jesus, which he just, I don't know what happened to our buddy Jesus.
I never know.
I don't know, but I mean, usually he was big picture art, so we might actually see him in the podcast when we replay it.
I'm waiting for him to pop up.
Because
actually.
literally,
Or
when-
he might ran up and just hug you.
Yeah, that one night when we took pictures, he was in every picture.
I know, he loved pictures.
I don't know. No, I don't even think he tried. I think he was just there. Like, it was weird.
He's Jesus.
Apparently.
Which is kind of ironic because now
Usually it pops up in a tortilla or something.
But it's just funny because we had a friend Jesus. I go to a new job at some point and I become baby Jesus because I had the long hair, the beard. Now I cut it and it's all over the fucking place because I don't give a damn. then we fucking we brought Stevie into the fold. And we used to have some fucked up initiations where we would mix, this is when we all drank. We would mix random cocktails together. Hang on, we'll get to that. We'd mix random fucking cocktails together, and you would have to do this to get in our group. Stevie was, we were winding off drinking. Not me, I was pretty bad at the time. But he was winding off drinking. We decided we were going to have everyone drink vegetable oil. Which doesn't sound bad, but we decided, why do we got to do it? We're already in the group. So we all faked it and had Stevie do it alone. It messed with his stomach. I think he was about to, shit himself. But we had this other kid join our group, and we made we each made, a random concoction of 5-6 different ingredients. Remember that night?
We had soy sauce,
That
we had,
actually
ketchup,
really
mustard,
good. I
all
want
kinds of
another
random
one.
stuff.
Yeah. But then, think of it, when we first started this group, our mixture of drinks was alcoholic. Me and you took Jaeger, we took Jack Daniels, Southern Comfort, some Filipino fucking rum.
You're gonna run out of fingers.
We mixed 20 different fucking drinks.
If not more.
If not more.
There was a lot on that table.
And I remember drinking it because it was my first night really drinking.
Yeah, which was dumb.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm going to mix all these together. You're like, you're an idiot. I'm like, oh, so you're going to be a pussy? You're like, no, I'll do it with you, but you're a fucking moron. So I drink this drink, and you're thinking with all this shit, it's going to be like, oh, that went down smooth as
It was super smooth.
And I'm like, you're like, how you doing? I'm like, I'm fine. I don't understand how people get drunk so easy. The minute I stood up, what happened? Woo! right back in my fucking seat. Then I'm like, I gotta pee. So I stumble to this chair, fall in the chair. Brandon goes, I thought you had to pee. I do. But the room's spinning. I'm spinning. I think the chair is spinning. I finally make it to the bathroom. I didn't pee in my chair or my pants. I made it.
That was a good trooper.
And this was at noon. I was drunk. We had our buddy Jake's bachelor party at 8 o'clock that night, and I had still kept drinking. So by the time the bachelor party came, I was completely fucking annihilated.
I was already super buzzed, and I walked with our captain to Joe to get more alcohol so he could get more so we
you
all
guys
could
had
get
to switch it to water to the point I'm blacking out as I drink. I take a sip, black out, drop the cup. Wake up, oh, my cup. Drink it, black out, drop the cup. They literally had switched the keg of Heineken we had into water so I would actually get hydrated because, And this is the night before Ozfest, which my wife will probably yell in the background, I'm an asshole, because that night we went to Ozfest the next day, we had to leave halfway. My buddy, fucking Bert, is a miracle of a brother. I fucking drove from Joliet to Tinley Park at the fucking whatever, the Tweeter Center was called at the time. Picked me up and her, drove us fucking to Romeoville, made sure I got in okay, made sure Jen was good with me being with me, then left back for Joliet. And never once asked for gas money. That's a fucking brother right there. I mean, yeah. And then he finally joins the group.
And this motherfucker
Stops drinking.
I joined. I hear all these great stories. I'm like, I'm going to get into this. I am not married. Well, I am now, but at that time I wasn't married. And I'm like, I'm going to have some fun. And since then, we haven't had. Well, we had some fun, but not those great stories kind of fun.
But anyway,
This motherfucker.
and not only that,
Get the healthy life.
we said every year you gain an out. If one person could out of doing something stupid. Like your idea of watching Two Girls, One Cup while eating warm pudding. I will use an out. But we have 20?
No, we were getting one a year, and it really hasn't been that long. I'm gonna have to go with probably 8.
I feel like we have 20 because the way it seems. But
Well, no one's ever used one.
No, we've never gotten someone to use one yet.
No.
Even the
we-
bug zapper that we licked.
That was before I came in.
Your mouth was numb.
We should put a link to this, or put that on.
Yeah, I watched the
Oh.
videos.
That's on my phone.
Both, all of them.
Ugh.
I know I got the one with Mark, and I think I got the one with me, maybe you.
I was fat in that video. I didn't realize how fat I was till I watched
Yeah.
that
It
video.
doesn't matter. People are gonna be looking at your tongue, not your belly.
I know.
I've looked at old
But I'm
pictures.
saying, like, I'm skinny now. I'm 175. But in that video, I was 230. I didn't realize I gotten that big until I watched that video.
I couldn't feel my fucking tongue for 2 days after.
We still got to do our nut sacks.
And I'm using an outfit.
But yeah, so far no one's used it out.
And the worst part is, there would be one other person that would normally have joined us in this podcast, which I
Yes.
feel like if he watches it, we have to give him a shout out. Our buddy Jake, aka God, who's in the army,
Yeah.
over in Italy right now.
Not
So,
even gonna lie.
Jake, if you watch this, we love you, buddy. You're still an asshole. Good luck in the army. Apparently, you'd rather deal with bullets than deal with us.
Well,
That's
actually,
just a
We
lot.
could lie.
we're gonna bug you until you watch it anyway.
So,
And he's not really a pedophile, but we joke that he's
Wow.
a pedophile for his birthday. You weren't around yet.
I remember the story.
You weren't around yet. Motherfucker, we decide we're gonna get him a stick with fishing line and tie a giant fucking lollipop and said, here, for when you're sitting outside the school for your kids, you can go fishing. Because we call him a pedophile. Motherfucker would never do it in his life. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an asshole, but he's a great guy and would never do that because he's got kids of his own. But it just became a natural joke that he's a pedophile somehow. I don't know why. You look more like a pedophile than he does.
Brandon,
I mean,
if
look
you
at
ever
this
start
face.
driving,
Pedophile. Anyways,
if he ever starts driving a panel van, I will be very worried.
and to finish out this
Yeah.
fucking podcast, because we're actually at 43 minutes almost.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
But I think our
Here's
last
another
story we're going to end this on, because we're talking about pedophiles.
Okay.
I understand people try to say it's inhumane for the death penalty. No.
For
If you-
something like that.
If you're a motherfucking pedophile, you should get some fucking hostile shit
Yeah.
done to you.
Oh, definitely.
Hostile shit. You get fucking the parents of that kid can do whatever the fuck they want for however the fuck they want and then get to kill you however the fuck they want.
Yeah.
You want to touch a kid? Oh, I'll fucking kill you.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. Absolutely.
I mean, think about it this way. You go to prison, even prisoners frown upon
Oh, yeah.
that fucking
They hear
shit.
you're a
Oh,
pedophile,
definitely.
they will mess with you.
They'll rape some
They
of them
have
rape the
special
fuck out.
prisons for pedophiles
Yeah.
because otherwise they just get killed.
Yeah.
And apparently that was against.
I think you should put them in general
Yeah.
pop.
Like,
Let the
pedophile.
Let
Pop 'em right in.
announce that shit.
Just go, hey guys,
We got a petty,
here you go.
and let that motherfucker suffer.
Shut off the cameras.
Fuck it, let the cameras roll. It should be allowed.
Whoa, whoa,
To
whoa.
the
Okay, hold on. I gotta say this. The parents of the child that was affected by the pedophile should have a link to those cameras.
Yes, I
So
mean
they can see
everyone should. We
everything
should
that's
air it
going
on fucking TV. That way, maybe
Pay-per-view.
people will stop being a fucking
Pay per
pedophile.
view.
Maybe people stop being a pedophile if they see that
Yeah.
shit being allowed. You go to prison, you're in general population, and it's known you're a fucking pedophile.
Yep.
And those prisoners can do whatever the fuck they want. Don't kill the motherfucker, because then he just gets off easy. Make that motherfucker's life a living motherfucking hell.
Yes.
And have him on suicide watch so he can't kill himself. But he can get beat to fucking death every
Definitely.
fucking day.
Definitely.
I'm guessing a lot of those prisoners would probably rape them.
I
Oh,
don't
You
yeah.
know
know
what that would feel.
Let
It
him know
would
how
just
it feels.
like that would be a pay-per-view thing where I would watch it at least once
Not
just
the
to
raping.
be.
You want to see?
No, but
You gotta be
yeah, not the raping. I mean, yeah, but I would love to see someone that did some stupid,
Getting the
and
shit
just see
beat
them
out
getting
of them.
their speed up and just so messed up. It'd just be like
Exactly. Maybe they would stop being fucking pedophiles.
they're.
It's not a sickness. I'm tired of people saying it's a disease. No, you're a fucking jagoff, and yeah.
Everything's a disease.
Yeah. But on that note, we're at 40 fucking 5 minutes and
Yeah.
30. I think people have heard us talk long enough for this segment.
Yeah.
We kind of got off track.
If you like
we,
this,
we were
podcast,
we were talking about rape there for a second, I need to bring this up just because I feel I need to say it.
If it's about the one mythical thing, we're keeping that off camera for now.
No.
We're leaving that off.
It's
Yeah,
not, it's not
okay.
that. I used to work at a zoo. I would go into the primate house and stare down a silverback gorilla on a daily basis.
Oh, you fucked with that thing.
The zookeeper would look at me and say, "What would you do if he ever got out of there?" One of three things would happen to me. One, I'd be beat to death by a gorilla. Two, I'd be raped by a gorilla. Or three, I'd be raped to death by a gorilla. And you know what? It's my own fault because I was fucking with a gorilla.
Yeah.
So, like I said, on that note, this is going to end this segment of the Unknown Podcast. Once again, you're
Buddha.
Joe.
Bill.
Brandon.
So, if anyone watches this, thank you.
Yep.
Once
Thank
again,
you very much.
thank you, Central Disorder,
Give
for
us a like, give
our
us a
music.
subscribe, and
Spread
come
the
watch
word.
us next time.
Spread the word.